One two one two one two testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 testing. Yeah, man. And we are back at it again, live with another talk lab for y'all. As I said, we're gonna stream every single day for the majority of this year 2025. um I like the ideology and idea of conversing back and forth. Hence came into the I've came into the space of streaming and content creation. So I mean, reaching a broader audience as far as what I want to say, what I want to do, what I want to get across as far as um, talking about a whole host in a whole spectrum of different ideas, different topics, different things we can approach and actually make you sharper. That's the thing. Actually make you sharper, because at the end of the day, what is the point? What is the point for me sitting at home, going to work, starting a business, and coming to a point where I actually plateau with regard to I've basically come to an event horizon with developing myself, developing myself mentally, physically, spiritually. I don't see myself ever want to come to an event horizon where there's no more development taking place, unnecessary, and I don't want to be a part of it. So hence I've made this whole movement platform and YouTube channel. So guys, welcome to my TalkLab YouTube channel. For anyone who's out there who might just be interested being a part of community and movement, want to engage in realistic topics, things that might just make you grow mentally, physically, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there who just want to share ideas as far as growth, as far as self-discipline, and they actually want to see themselves elevate higher, you know, and reaching greater heights as far as their personal self. So guys, do me a favor, do like, comment, and do subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I mean, come on, man, I am very very serious about taking on this task and objective. Like I said, it give me a sense of purpose as to like what is out there and what is out there to explore. I mean, without the help of the internet and without the help of social media and all these type of things, I don't think necessarily this would be possible. And the fact that the opportunity is here to kind of meet different spectrum of mindsets that's like-minded, but so vastly different and so far away from where I'm sitting right now. You see, we do have a topic, but before we head into the majority of this video, guys, do subscribe, do like, and do comment if you ever come across one of my videos. Like I said, we're gonna do this on a daily basis. We're gonna do this every single day, week, month, probably for the coming years. It's that's heading my way, if God bless me and I'm still here. So guys, we will have a lovely journey. We will have an amazing journey. I will definitely enjoy myself having like dialogue and conversing in conversing in something that might just transpire into something you know something amazing. So yes, guys, welcome to my voice. Welcome to my TalkLab YouTube channel. The reason I wanted to say voice box because there's another channel I have that's named voice box. So we're gonna speak about that as time goes on, and I'm basically gonna give some clarifications around what type of YouTube channels I'm still gonna open and develop and create, and kind of just get myself into this, content creation world in space, kind of learning different things as I'm doing my day-to-day life, because I mean, there have to be a healthy balance between these things, because I mean, the last thing that I want is for my mind to wander off into this wonder world where I can't get it back and where I can't, like, be creative. I like being creative. I like doing things with my mind. I like speaking things with my mouth. Constructive, constructive conversations, constructive, constructive conversations, constructive thinking, and practical, and putting myself to practical use. You know. So with that being said, without any further ado, guys, we're gonna talk about this topic and discussion point that says what is it really like living in a third world country. So we're gonna basically converse a little bit back and forth. Mostly you listening and I'm doing the speaking. So guys, what is it really like living in a third world country? You know, I would say, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I'm actually residing in South Africa. Most of the people in the first world countries, second world countries, they definitely know of South Africa. And here's a kind of a beautiful tablecloth they put over the fact that South Africa is a third world country. I would definitely say it's a third world because I mean, like, there's a whole host of things that comes into play that definitely makes it a third world, as far as like economic growth and percentage economic growth, as far as unemployment percentage, and at what scale it is, you know, job opportunities, you know, like trading back and forth, GDP, those type of things definitely comes into play if you wanna understand at what capacity your nation is actually operating at. And I think that is important for geopolitics. If you wanna venture into those type of conversations and sharpen your mind a little bit. I mean, it's not difficult topics to speak about or to converse back and forth about. You kind of just have to think about it, do a little bit of reading, do a little bit of research, and you're probably gonna find like these things are very common amongst, amongst people, amongst like nations, amongst political viewpoints. And I mean, like, politicians and those type of things. If you open up TikTok, if you open up Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, it's ubiquitous. It's like prevalent all over the places. So it's practically it's practically almost impossible not coming into contact with these things, because like they like literally all over the place. It actually became very very common for politicians and politics to hang in the air and just be there, and for you to kind of just move your head and you will stay and listen, and you will see all these political viewpoints versus geopolitics, and political viewpoints. Then it it is so ubiquitous. It is almost like normal for the average individual to speak about it, talk about it, and those type of things. So I mean, at the end of the day, if you actually want to engage in these type of conversations, geopolitics and like technical politics, it's not. I'm gonna say it's not that difficult. You just have to listen harder, and you will basically see these like very very common topics and discussion points. But as far as that, I would definitely say South Africa is, for the longest time, it has been like a third world country, no doubt in my mind. If people want to say that is a subjective topic to me, or subjective topic to me, we can have the discussion like face to face. We can have the discussion, but I will definitely stand on that for the very fact that South Africa's infrastructure for the last remaining 30 years haven't haven't really changed at all. In fact, I'm staying here, I'm residing in South Africa. It actually have gotten significantly difficult. I'm not gonna lie about it. It actually has become significantly difficult. Now here's the thing. For the people, for the individuals, for you know, for people that comes into the country, you won't see, you won't really see and notice the difficult aspect of any like of anything unless you have stayed there for a significant portion of your life or time, and that particular thing has affected your life in a way that you kind of feel the burden, you feel the weight, you you feel the unnecessary part of like things not working properly and not working effective and efficient. If you have been in that situation for too long, you will also definitely say that, look, this is definitely not sufficient. It is definitely not working. So with that being said, so if you look at all these things, you would kind of say, if you in it, if you live there for a significant part of your life, you would be able to say with 100% surety that it's not working. Therefore, giving you a thesis that whatever you're standing in, you can kind of give a accurate and factual backing, you know. But as far as, that's why I'm saying I'm 100% convinced that South Africa is definitely a third world country, given the opportunities that exist here, that almost doesn't even reach like a quarter way over a half. It's not even a half. It's not even a quarter of the opportunities that exist here. You know, relevant to different countries. Second world countries and first world, and obviously first world countries. So I'm gonna say this. Look here, there's definitely opportunities that remains here or that exist here. But if you so here's something for me that's very completely and utterly telling. Whatever we do, whatever we approach as human beings, we approach with the idea and ideology of business. Whatever you do, you approach whatever with a business. There is something business. There's a slight business scope to whatever we do. I'm gonna explain. So what I mean by this is like, look, if you create a civilization, you have to, and it's utterly, utterly important for things to work sufficient. Hence, I'm saying it is a business. You have to create systems. You have to create cadence. You have to create rhythm. You have to create paths that make sense and that works efficient. Hence, I'm saying it's a business. It might not be in a point-to-point sale, but whatever you do and wherever you go and whatever you want to make work sufficient, that is the ideology of business. So therefore, in order for business to actually operate effectively, you're gonna need time. And time is exactly what is needed for something to work effectively. And for you to make a telling, for you to come to a telling understanding and conclusion that this thing that I actually put into place, it's working effectively because you've put the time into it. And I'm going to tell you now, because at the end of the day, developing a nation and a civilization takes time. I'm going to say this, we haven't even come close to the fact that we have put time into something that's working effectively. Hence, I'm saying South Africa, they need time. They need real like realistic minds, and they need people that can make things actually work. I'm gonna say this: time definitely have. There's definitely a factor of time that went into first world countries, second world countries, and so forth. Obviously, they had their struggles, the first world countries, but they've made sure the business works. You have to put the time into that. You have to make sure the system in this business is working effectively. If one, how can I say, if one department is not working effectively, it would kind of make the other departments, because it's interlinked. You understand? It works in tandem with each other. So at the end of the day, if one department is underperforming, it's gonna affect the other departments. As we all know, one rotten potato is gonna affect